Hi, hello, how are you everyone? This is Hamidul Islam. You are watching Let's Learn Science. In our today's session, we will try to learn another most important topic from your lesson, synthetic fiber and plastics. Before going to start the session, I would like to ask that suppose you have to carry some goods from one place to another place. Then what type of container you will prefer to take the goods from one place to another place? Then definitely the thing that will come in your mind is that the container must be light, because you have to carry the goods inside that. So that container must be what? Light, and it will be somewhat easy for us to carry goods. If the container is so much heavy, then again how will take the goods in that one? It will become too much heavy and it will create a problem to carry that goods from one place to another place. Then you will consider another property. It must be strong so that it should not easily tear. It must be strong. Then you also consider it must be inexpensive. That is, it should not be too much expensive. Its cost must be low. Then you also consider it must be durable. That it must be long lasting, so that later on you can use that one again. Then what type of container this is to come in your mind? That it must be, we must choose what? Metal. That container must be made of metal. But do you know, metal do not have all this property. Metal is somewhat expensive. Then yes, it is somewhat durable, but there is one problem. They used to get easily rusted when they react with air and water. Air plus water. Right. Metal react with air and water. Because with air and water metal is used to react easily with air and water and they form metal oxide. What oxide? Metal oxide. So we cannot choose the container that is made up of metal. Then what things come? That is, obviously you are correct. That is, we have to choose a container that is made up of what? Plastic. Right, you are absolutely right. Because in our day-to-day life, we are often using plastic in various activities, to carry out various activities in our day-to-day life. So you are absolutely correct. Plastic. Whenever we go to market to purchase something, yes or no? 1 kg of vegetable, right? Some other material we used to purchase from the market. Then often we are using hard plastics. Besides that also, a lots of things that we use in our house is made up of plastic. The use of plastics is very abundant in our day-to-day life. The list of uses of plastic is endless. You cannot end by writing in which purpose we are using plastic. It is endless. So how plastic has occupied such a place in our life? Why we are using plastic in such a manner, in a wide range of activities in our day-to-day life? Because it has some very important properties. That properties we didn't get in some other material. That's why only we use plastic in our different activities in our day-to-day life. Now see, what are the most valuable properties that make it very popular among the people? The first property of the plastic, for that reason we use that one in a word ranges is plastic is non-reactive in nature. Non-reactive in nature. Non-reactive in nature. That means plastic do not react with chemicals or any other substances like air, water. They didn't used to react. Then it is very light in weight. Its weight is very light. Its weight is very light. That's why you prefer plastic. Then it is very strong. Although it is light, but very strong. And how do you know? You can write here durable. It is very strong and durable. That means it can be used for a longer period of time compared to other material. Then it is inexpensive. It is not inexpensive. It is not so costly. Only because of all these properties of plastic, we use worldly plastic in our day-to-day life. Now, if I want to elaborate the meaning of all these properties, then it will become very clear and easy for you. The first property, if you consider the example of some uses on the basis of each and every property of plastic. Plastic is non-reactive in nature. Plastic is non-reactive in nature. How can you come to know this one? In the medical field. Alright, gloves are made up of what? The doctors, nurses, they used to wear the glove that is made up of plastic. Different types of medicine, tablets, liquid medicine that used to store in the plastic container. Then syringe, injection syringe, that is also made up of plastic. Why? For all this purpose it is used because it is non-reactive in nature. Besides that also, different types of food item also stored in plastic container. As it is non-reactive in nature, it doesn't react with other chemicals as well as some other substances very easily. Is it clear? Yes, it is very light in weight. It is very light in weight. Very light in weight. Earlier we used to see the buckets and mugs that used to made up of generally metal. But nowadays, by using hot type of mugs, by using hot type of buckets, we used to take bath that is made up of plastic. Because when you pour water in a bucket, as its weight is very light, so we can easily carry that on. And if it is made up of metal, then its weight becomes too much heavy. So for that reason it is used over there. Yes? It is very strong and durable. Whenever we used to go into the market, we used to buy different type of vegetables, some other materials, and we used to carry that on in a poly bag. So that poly bag is made up of what? Plastic. It is very thin. Instead of that also, doesn't used to tear, as it is very strong as well as durable. In the next time also, if you carry that on along with you, suppose you have gone visit on shopping mall one day, you have done your marketing, and after that they have put that different things in your poly bag that is to given from the shop mall or shopping mall, if you keep that one in your house and keep in a proper way, in next day if you take that one along with you, then you can also carry the material again inside the previously used polymer. So because of what it is strong and durable. Next, it is inexpensive. Just now I have told you. I am giving you some of the very common examples so that it becomes somewhat very easy for you to keep remember. So that there is no requirement arises to memorize the topic. Just try to understand so that you get the point and you can easily keep in your mind. If you buy a bucket which is made up of some metal, that is somewhat costly than the bucket which is made up of plastic. So what it is, plastic is inexpensive. That means its price is not so high. And only because of all these properties, what happen? We use plastics in a wide range in our day-to-day life. Everywhere. In your day-to-day life, in every aspect of our life. If you observe very carefully, you will get a lot of things that are made up of plastics. Have you understood the properties of what? Plastic. So these are what? Properties of plastics. Have you got that point? Next. Next, what we will see? Types of plastics. Plastic we use in our day-to-day life for various purposes, but each and every plastic is not similar. They are not similar to each other. We used to get them in different forms. Suppose, take one example, the handle of cookware, or you can say the handle of cooker and a water bottle. Both are made up of plastics. But if you heat the handle of a cooker, then what will happen? It will just absorb some heat and it will become hotter, but it will not melt at all. It will not melt at all. Why? On the other hand, if you heat, simply give a little amount of heat to a plastic bottle, then it will melt. So both are plastic. One is to get melt on heating, another one doesn't is to melt on heating. So why this happen? Because they are the different form of plastics. Let me leave you. Later on I am saying what are these types. Suppose, look the diagram somewhat carefully. Sorry. Look it. Okay, only. Which one? Another one. Have you seen this? What can you observe? This is somewhat what? Linear there. Linear pattern. Linear pattern. And this is cross linked pattern. This one is linear pattern and this one is cross-linked pattern. What about cross-linked pattern? This is the reason the plastic bottle is to get melted. On the other hand, the handle of a cookware doesn't need to get melted, because they used to found in different forms. The handle of cooker is somewhat what you know. The plastic have what pattern? Cross-linked pattern. Cross-linked pattern. On the other hand, plastic bottle have what type of pattern? Linear pattern. So on the basis of the pattern, or on the basis of form in which they are found, they have been basically categorized into two categories. How many categories? Plastic has been divided into two categories. Let us see what are those categories of plastic. Understood? First one is types of plastics. First one is thermoplastic. Thermoplastics, in which what type of patterns are found? Linear patterns. That's why it is very easy to break down the bond, and as a result of that, when heat is applied, that linear pattern, the plastic in which linear patterns are found, they used to get melted. Just now I have shown you the diagram. Another is thermo setting plastics. So these are the basic two kinds of plastics: thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. That is, in thermoplastics, what type of patterns are found? They are linked together. By linear pattern. On the other hand, thermosetting are the plastics. They used to link together with cross-linked pattern. That's why this type of plastic, the basic difference between these two types of plastic is that thermoplastic is used to get melted on heating, but thermosetting plastic do not get melted on heating. That's why thermoplastic can be recycled, or it can be reshaped, or it can be remolded. On the other hand, thermosetting plastic cannot be remolded. That means it cannot be reshaped, as it doesn't need to get melt on heating. So these are the basic two types of plastics. Now let me give you some example of each type of plastics. Thermoplastic. Example of thermoplastics are PVC, polyethylene, PVC, polyethylene. Okay, PVC, polyethylene are example of thermoplastic. Here PVC stands for polyvinyl chloride. Polyvinyl chloride. So these are the example of polythene carry bag, that one we use in our day-to-day life often. So that is polythene. Polyvinyl chloride, PVC. You have seen water pipe, that is made up of PVC. Okay, PVC. Thermoplastic can be formed in two forms. That is, one is very hard, another is somewhat very soft. So PVC is an example of hard form of thermoplastics. On the other hand, polyethylene is one of the soft form of thermoplastic. Understood? Now let us see the example of thermosetting plastics. Setting plastics. You have heard the name of, you have got that electric switch, electric board, that are made up of what? That are made up of thermosetting plastics. Handle of cookware, that means handle of kitchen utensils, that is to generally used to cook the food, in which you have to hold it. You have to handle that one so that our hand should not get heat. So over there, this type of plastics are used to use. Two example of thermosetting plastic is melamine. Then bakelite. The switch of the electric board is used to, for electric appliances is used to made by using bakelite. So these two are the example of thermosetting plastics. It's very important because in the exam often it is to ask differentiate between thermoplastics and thermosetting plastic along with that example. Then you have to write all this one. What do you have to write? You have to write thermoplastics is used to get melted on heating, but thermosetting plastics do not get melted on heating. So as a result of that, what happens? Thermoplastics can be reshaped or removed, but thermosetting plastic cannot be reshaped or removed. And after that, if you give two example of this, then the answer is appropriately correct. I hope you understood up to how much we have completed in today's session, and remaining part I will give you in the next session. So till then, keep revising and keep watching Let's Learn Science, and to get a notification of my further video, please subscribe my channel and like it. Thank you.